compelling enough for you to do whatever it takes to achieve it? That's always the question. That's always the question. Is your vision strong enough to get you never to quit? I'm coming. Never to quit. Never to allow situations overwhelm you. Is it strong enough that you can rise beyond every limiting factor, keeping your eyes on the goal and doing whatever you need to do? Do you even believe in that dream well enough? And it's not just a cliche. All right, let me hear from you, Jane.
Okay, I wanted to ask, how do you get yourself to the place where you're totally sold out to that? How do you get yourself to the place where you can do anything for your good? How do you get yourself into that?
So first of all, where do you want to go? Second of all, what do you need to do to get there? Third of all, be disciplined. Just do it, whether you feel like it or not. And tell yourself no excuses. I have to achieve this. I have to do this thing. I don't know, there are many things. When you read goals, you're going to see that there are many things when it comes to setting goals. People with low self-esteem cannot set and achieve goals. People with low self-esteem can't set goals and achieve goals. Because there are many things emotional here. You don't feel good about yourself. You have, you don't have a good self-image. I mean, if you don't have all of it, they have a way of. So when it comes to even self-discipline, people that don't feel good about themselves, that have low self-esteem, they find it difficult to be disciplined. It takes a level of self-pride to tell yourself, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do it. To be strong. To be strong. You see, people that have low self-esteem are weak-willed. They are also weak-willed. So yeah, I want to, but I can't. But we keep kind of like sliding back. So, assignment. Number one, define what success is. What is the definition of success? Don't look in the dictionary. What does success mean to you? Secondly, how do you define success? How do you define? Then secondly, what does success mean to you? Because if you can't define success, you will not know what success means to you. So number one, define success. Number two, what does success mean to you? That if you say don't try to follow, I am successful. What does that mean? How do I know I'm successful? Because what makes me successful may not mean success to you. Do you understand? So, if you could wave a magic wand and make your life perfect in every way, what would it look like? Number 3 question. If you could wave a magic wand and make your life perfect in every way, what would it look like? So, Jane, back to your question. How can you have that kind of conviction? You have to spend time with your vision. You have to internalize your vision. You have to ask yourself, why do I want to achieve this thing? What will it look like if I achieve this thing? How will this thing make me feel? How will it affect my life, affect my family, impact the lives of other people? How will it, do you understand? You need to spend time with it and ask yourself very serious questions. How will this thing impact my life? How will it impact the lives of other people? How will it make me feel when I get there? And then meditate on it. And you get to that point where you tell yourself it's worth it. It's worth it. Because if I don't get it, then I'm not going to have that feeling. Then what else am I going to do in my life? How else am I going to be? Look at the things that you're going to miss out if you don't achieve that thing. Huh? God, look at how will life be if I don't achieve this thing? Will I be fulfilled? What kind of life did I say I've lived if I don't achieve this goal? And then if I achieve this goal, what will it mean to me? How will it affect my life? How will it affect the lives of people around me? Those are things that you meditate on over and over again. Tell yourself, I have to do this thing. And then you discover that you're able to yield to self-discipline to do what you need to do. I'm not saying you won't miss it sometimes. I'm not saying you won't fall sometimes. But I'm talking about, even though you fall, you don't stay there like permanently. There will be times where you are a bit off, but you see, you already have your conviction, and you know that this is where I'm going to. You pick yourself up again and keep moving. Alright, let's move on. Okay, so a popular definition of success is being able to live your life in your own way, doing only those things you really want to do, with the people you choose, in the situations you desire. That's life. Being able to live your life in your own way, the way you choose to live your life. Doing only those things that you want to do. You see, as long as you allow society to box you in, to tell you what you can do and what you cannot do, you can never be happy in life. In each case, when you begin to define what success means, you can immediately see things that you should be doing more of or less of in order to begin to create your ideal life. For instance, once you're able, okay, so number 4, that question, what are the things you need to do consistently to achieve your goals or to achieve success? Based on the success you chose, what success means to you? What are the things you need to do to achieve it? You will type it and submit next week, Thursday.
What are the things you need to do
consistently to move you in the direction of your goals? And number 5, what are the things you need to stop doing? What are things you're doing now that you need to stop doing for you to be able to become all that you want to be? Alright? So the biggest thing that holds you back from moving towards your dreams is usually your favorite excuses and lack of self-discipline. So identify, what are your excuses in life? Please write that. That's another question. What are the excuses you've been given in life? Think about it very well, because sometimes you don't even know you're giving excuses. But what are those things? I wish I could do this, but I wish I could do this. So what are those buts? Right? List them out for me. What are things you need to stop doing? And then what are the excuses? What are the excuses? Your favorite excuses? You know, and how you know that when you ask yourself, whenever you want to do something, say, I wish I could, but I have children. But I'm not married. But I'm married. But whatever it is, those are your excuses. And those are the things that will limit you for life. Those are the things that will limit you for life. Oh, I wish I had money. If not, I would have done this. I wish I had this. I wish I came from a wealthy home. So write all your excuses in life. Alright, let's quickly so that we can round off right away. Alright? No, still taking that. So the issue is no longer knowing what to do, but rather not having the discipline to make yourself do what you should do, whether you feel like it or not. So 3 requirements for success. Number 1, only 3 requirements. Only. Decide exactly what you want in life. That's number 1. Most people have not made a decision of who they want to be, what they want in life. So, you see, as you are going in life, you always find things that will distract you from your path. So if you've not decided who you want to be, where you're going, when those distractions come, you'll fall for it. When those distractions come, they'll confuse you. And you see, when you're double-minded about something, you can't get anything, you can't make progress. But you see, when you know who I am, I know who I am, I know where I'm going, I know what I want to. If you bring something that is not in the path of where I'm going, I'm not interested. It doesn't become a distraction because I know exactly where I'm going. Women find it difficult to make decisions. You know, PB showed me something, was it yesterday or was it this morning? I don't remember. It was a skit or something. And one girl was talking. Women don't know what they want. When a woman tells a man, leave me, you dare not leave her. Because if you leave her, you're in trouble. A woman said, don't mind them. It was a woman that said, don't mind them. You know, that's the way we are. That's the way women are. We don't know what we want. You know, a woman will cut her hair. She wants low cut, and then she'll put on wig. So why not leave your hair, you know? It was very funny. The woman will cut her hair. She wants low cut, then she'll put on wig again. You know, that women don't know what they want. But how true, most women don't know what they want. I've seen a lot of women think, when I get married, I will know what to do. No, don't live your life for marriage. Live your life to the full. And understand that when the guy comes, he compliments you. Alright? So decide exactly what you want in life. Number 2, determine the price that you're going to have to pay to get the things you want. Number 3, resolve to pay the required price. Those are the only 3 things you need to know when it comes to success. Decide exactly what you want. Determine the price you're going to have to pay. So you must know what is the required price for what I want. And lastly, make up your mind to pay that price. I mean, if life said this is the price I want, you have to pay it. No negotiation. Right? One of the most important requirements for success, once you have decided what it is that you want, is the quality of willingness. Successful people are willing to pay the price. Whatever it is, and for as long as it takes. Are you willing to stay there for 10 years? For as long as it takes until they achieve the results they desire. People that are willing to stay long term, on the same vision, on the same focus on the same thing, are people that have decided, they have a conviction. So whether they're getting results or not is not the issue. Because they know, they can see the end. They know I'm going to get this thing. They know I'm going to be wealthy. They know this business is going to work. They know this idea is going to be a blockbuster. I was watching Jeff Bezos or something yesterday, and they did an interview, just a brief, whatever, casual. He was walking down, so somebody just brief interview, and he was saying how he was working somewhere, and it came to his mind that, you know what, the world is moving towards IT, and what would it be like if I can put up this thing, and people can buy online at the convenience. See, dreamers are the ones that own the world, that rule the world. And somebody was saying, I wonder if he actually thought he was going to be a multi-billionaire when he was doing that interview. He was young, he had hair, he doesn't have hair anymore. He had hair, he was young, he was excited, how he quit his job to pursue this idea. And then in the comments below, some people were just gisting. And somebody said, I bet his family members did not invest in his business that time. That's why we left you, why get your job? He said, I'm sure his family members are invested and didn't invest in him at that time. You understand? That he didn't know he was going to have over $100 billion at that time. But they said, but his passion, he has seen something that nobody could take away from him. Are you that passionate about whatever it is you do? Are you that passionate about who you are? That nothing can move you, even when you're not making money. So, everyone wants to be successful, everyone wants to be healthy, happy, thin, rich, but most people are not willing to pay the price. Occasionally, they've been willing to pay part of the price, but they're not willing to pay the full price. They always hold back. They always have some excuse or rationalization for not disciplining themselves to do everything that they need to do to achieve their goals. Pay the price. Alright? The law of correspondence simply means your outer world will, like a mirror, always reflect the person you are and the price you have paid on the inside. Do you see that? Your outer world will, like a mirror, always reflect the person you are and the price you have paid. So when you see people that are failures in life, especially old age, because we still have time, But when you get old and there's no result, when you are young and you have results, you understand. You know, we always say there's a time to drink garri and it's okay. There's a time you can't drink garri except you really want to, but not because you have to. If you are still drinking garri because you have to drink the garri at a certain age, the question is, what did you do with your life? The question, what did you do with your life? Life is fair. If you are not successful, don't blame it on nobody. It's your fault. Maybe you paid some price, you didn't pay the full price. There's a full price. You want to buy a pair of shoes, and you put down deposit. You can't take the shoes until you have paid everything. So life has its price, and you must be willing to pay full price. And you see, it says your outer world, the results you're getting in life, is like a mirror that reflects on the outside the person you are on the inside and the price you have paid over time on the inside. There's an interesting point about the price of success. It must always be paid in full and in advance. You must pay it in advance. So you would have paid the price before the results show up. And that's why it takes staying power to really succeed. Success, however you define it, is not like a restaurant where you pay after you have enjoyed your meal. Instead, it's like a cafeteria where you can choose whatever you want, but you must pay for it before you eat. And I think I'll stop here. All right, so I'll stop here. I'm sure you can have, I think you can have the slides so you can get, so any question. So the number one thing, your life will be at the exact place where it is, except for three things. The people you meet, the books you read, the environment you find yourself in. Look at the 5 closest people to you. Your life can never be better than them. Look at the 5 closest people to you. Your life can never be better than them. And the books you read, the people you meet, and the environment you create around you. If you can take charge of those 3 factors, you'll be fine. If you can take charge of those 3 things, you'll be fine. So check out all the friends in your life. List out all the close people to you. Then begin to tick the ones you begin to eliminate. It's not by fault. 20 children cannot be 20 friends. 20 children cannot be friends for 20 years. So the one, this one cannot go. Someone said, if you don't know a millionaire, you can never be a millionaire. Why? Because if all the people you know are thousandaires, you'll be thinking thousandaires ever. Because that's because your thoughts. Nobody is coming up with big ideas, big dreams. Nobody wants to do anything big. Nobody wants to do anything big. Recently, I must say, Jane Boy talked. And I was so inspired. Now imagine she has some friends around her. Imagine, that's the way it works. I said, wow, Jane, but we're on the same level now. How can you do that? Do you know what it does to you? You kind of feel like, I can do it too. I can do it. But you see, everybody around me, you're all slapping it and slapping it and slapping it. There's no difference. Life continues as usual. I don't even know you're missing anything out. No inspiration. So you need to check the people, and if you don't have people that are inspiring around, that means check everybody out and be intentional about getting closer to people that inspire you, people that you feel like this person is somewhere, is somewhere I really want to be, and I need to get close to this person. And you pay the price. That's why I said humility is what is required. Yeah. You will pay the person may be younger than you, older than you, whatever. You pay the price. Because you see, that person seems to be better than you. So the person doesn't necessarily think I should be your friend. Unconsciously. But how do you walk your way into that person's life? How do you actually, in such a way that that person will have no choice? It's not like that person is trying to degrade you or say, oh, you are not up to my life. But it's just life. The person is looking for somebody else that is higher. So if you're going to get a place in that person's life, you need to be persistent. You know, I hear people say, PD, mentor me. I'll say, okay. I know that's the end. So if I really like that person, I'll say, you know what, keep sending messages. Just keep sending messages. Just keep sending messages. Do you understand? Because there's one lady, I'll say, PD, I'm sorry. I say, no problem. Because no problem. That's less headache for me. That's less headache. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't call. I said, no problem. Oh, I don't know.
But people sometimes we really don't want to be fixed.
It depends on what you want.
So what you want, that's why persistence comes.
That is it. And shamelessness. A lot of people are too ashamed.
And she'd be willing to pay the price of she's gonna bullshit you or anything, but you know what you want.
But you know what you want. And then one day this person will give you attention. And then you will use gifts. A man's gifts makes room for him. I'm telling you. That's the easiest way. Gifts. You're not giving gifts, you just say, I want to see you. But you know, you talk to persons, I don't know who is this person. I'm telling you, who is this person? What is about this person? You know what? Then the person feels like, many years ago, when we visited somebody that we wanted to connect with, we got to the person's house, much older. They had just moved, they didn't have a big screen TV. He said, oh my God, that's what it takes. We went out, that we did not plan. We went to look for Llbi or whatever. When we buy it, it was a long time, many years. Big screen, 200,000.
Pay the price.
And today, if I show up, if he has a visitor, he will tell that person to go.
The man's gift makes room for him.
I'm telling you. He'll say no, wait. Even there's no prayer appointment. The last time I went to see the person, why have you gone into the person's account? If I send message like this, sharp, and the person is busy, sharp. So I'm not saying do big things, but it's so amazing that people don't understand this thing, that the few people that understand this, they read the
for me as well.
I'm telling you, it may not be anything massive.
It works for me.
I'm telling you, it may not be anything massive. You know, PR brings plantain to my house. Oh my God, how can I forget that? As simple as plantain is, she does it religiously, a bunch. Before it finishes, a bunch. Before it finishes, a bunch. As simple as that is, but it's like $1 million. That I can be thinking about, bringing plantain all the time. You're just thinking about, you don't understand. As simple as that is. But every day I want to see you. You know, when people want to see, it's like, hey, I'm in trouble today. Hey, I'm in trouble. Because it takes time. It takes energy. It's stressful. Especially for people that are very busy. Do you understand? A man's gift makes room. It may even be as simple as a recharge card. I'm telling you, just as something is living your life to this person, you build a room in that person's life. That's the way it is. Fortunately or unfortunately. So I want a mentor with mouth. It doesn't work. And then persistent, just be in touch. There are people I have someone remind me every Monday, remind me to just send a message. Every month, remind me to just send a message to this person. Just to be in those people's view. Because I've lost many relationships before. Because I didn't plan myself. And I didn't plan. I remember just a few years ago, I met Ibokwaro in our house. Because I knew someone that connected. I said, because of the relationship I had with that person, come over. We sat in our living room. She said, anytime, call me, come over. And then I disappeared. To get that relationship back, and I don't know how. I mean, I was in our house, in our living room. Do you understand? When she just became chairperson. So that's the way life is. You have to service relationships. You have to service relationships. So I'm telling you, the people you meet, there's another person, she's a billionaire. She took me to her inner chambers. I took PR with me. Inside inner chambers, not downstairs, inside upstairs, inside. We sat down. She was just talking. And after I got so big, I just but just that time was so impactful that it defined certain things in my mind, the kind of life I want to live. So if you don't know millionaires, you can't be one. If you don't know billionaires, you can't be one. Because you need to know how they think. You need to feel, you need to know how they live. You need to be around them for you to be able to, for that thing to become one. Because you have to become one on the inside before you become one on the outside. Quit hanging around people that can't pay you. Out of emotion. My friend in nursery school. If your friend is not going where you're going, it's goodbye. Goodbye. You need to be hard on yourself and focused if you're going to make it in life. If you're going to make it in life. Check out the people around you. You can never be better than the 5 closest people to you, because they're the ones that speak to you all the time. But I see people that keep hanging around themselves.
Friends for trips.
I mean, I wish I could say, guys, you know, make new friends. Like, you are not helping yourselves. You're not helping yourselves. So I really need to stop this. So my assignment, please submit next week. Yes, please.
Yes, actually, like with my interactions with women, I have the soft spot for women, and I found that so many of them really do not, they haven't gone on the journey of self-discovery, which is at the vein, because all of this without, it's from the place of self-discovery that you can say this is
very
true.
true.
But like, I want to ask you, how did you begin, and how did you unlock this journey for you, so that I can, I want to. How did you begin that journey?
How did I begin
this
the journey?
is the future, this is my vision, and yes, so from there.
Okay, I think first of all, maybe you may not be able to use me exactly, because I grew up in a home where my dad was amazing. Gave us self-esteem. So from a young age, I've been doing stuff. When I say doing stuff, you know, I have one organization, one thing, let's do this, let's do that. You understand? Let's when in primary school I had what is called Queen's Club. And then secondly I had big timers. You understand?
So you knew who you were?
Kind of, and not consciously. Alright? So I used to debate in my early secondary. I was president of Literary and Debating Society. Do you know that? So I've always kind of had that. And then, but my real conscious leadership started in university when I really became a Christian, and responsibility just thrust on me. So I kind of had to grow. I had to lead people. I had to do all of those things. And then I also realized that. And then I just knew there was something I needed to do in my world early. So I started preparing myself for those things. I remember when I came out of school, I told myself, I said at the age of 30, what do I want to be? I want to be living in the center of God's will, God's plans for my life at the age of 30. I want to be doing what I was born to do. So what did that do? I decided I was going to work. So those are the sacrifices I had to make. I said I was going to work. I said because it's going to waste my time. If I sow seeds here, what am I going to reap? I don't want to be in career. I don't want to be a career person. This is what I want to empower people. So I decided I was going to do that. I wanted to go another way. Everybody went that way. After school, everybody just goes job, and all of that, bank and stuff. And was it easy? No, it wasn't easy at all. So basically, I kept making decisions based on age 30, what I knew, age 30. And it happened for me. So my dad actually had a lot to do with it. For instance, there was no male female. I don't understand there was any barrier between male and female growing up until maybe university or something. I didn't realize there was a difference because you all do everything. I started driving early, interstate, as a teenager, like driving to school in OAU. That's like a long trip. So I started driving to school as a teenager, and it was normal. So a lot of things were normal to us. So I didn't really have that struggle of I can't do something. And that's why, and I didn't like women. Because I felt women were too weak. I just felt like women were like, I can't deal, please, I can't deal. But you realize that, you see, the things that touch you, that irritate you, are the things you are also supposed to. Because I now realize that the strength that I have, based on my growing up, my background, my exposure, my experiences, are the things I'm meant to bring to help these women, instead of saying, forget them. So they're the things I'm meant to bring to say, to give them my own strength. And say, you can be better. To encourage them, to strengthen them, to be an inspiration, and say, get up! You are more than this. So, that's how I fell in love with women. So everything I do is about women now. But for people that don't have that opportunity, they need to start. For instance, come to school. Many women that come to Llbi have never read personal development before. But they started. There was a particular lady for 20 years, her husband was beating her. When I say beat, I'm not talking about small beat. I'm talking about blood. I'm talking about when he's done. The children will have to take rag and cloth and clean the blood. Many times she will be admitted in a hospital. She was crazy. She was there. Her family told her to leave. She refused. She stayed there. But she came to Llbi. After 1 year, she came to see me. I didn't know, because I knew I would have gone mad. I would have been crazy. So when she told me, I said, I hope he has stopped. So what happened? What when she came to Llbi, you know what happened? It's not like she said you can't, but she became a different person. She just became, she grew. She became a different person. She became self-aware. That the guy too knew that it looks like her eyes now up. I can't touch her anymore. He stopped. Do you understand? So a lot of women are just messing up, and life is just slapping them because they don't know who they are. So if people don't have that leverage, give yourself the leverage. Find people, that's where mentorship comes in. Find people that have that and make them your leverage. Rise on them. Learn from them. Find out what they do. Start doing those things. But unfortunately, it's hard for them, and they don't have the courage to do what it takes. They don't have the courage. To just stay there and be disciplined and tell yourself, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm breaking up. But when they start feeding themselves, when they start reading all these great books, and they start reading all these things, they start getting stronger. Then when they get strong, they're able to make the right decision. All right? I'm sure my time is like off the roof. Thank you. So I'll see you guys in a few weeks' time when I take 07.